Hi, welcome to Homeschool Together, and today we'll be talking about Meet Yasmin and Yasmin in Charge, written by Sadia Faruqi and illustrated by Hatem Alai. This is a book about a Pakistani American girl. She's in second grade, and she has all kinds of great adventures. There are 4 stories per book, so they're all really short. And she's really a bold and creative character. She uses a lot of critical thinking skills to overcome problems. She takes on a lot of different roles. Every story, she's something different. So in this one, Yasmin the explorer, the painter, the builder, the fashionista. Those are the 4 stories in this first book. So she's always kind of getting into a new situation and taking on a new role, so to speak. And how does she get through that? So these are really great books. This is recommended for Torchlight Curriculum in kindergarten. I think they're really perfect for kindergarten age. I think that they're stylistically really neat. So we'll start our ratings out of 5. We'd give this one a 4. It's got really great illustrations, and these color illustrations are throughout the book. So on every page, basically, there is a great, the kind of cartoonish illustrations. They're very engaging. As you can see, large font, very short chapters. This is a quick read, really easy for young readers to read this book. So this is a book that we read as a read aloud because obviously our daughter was in kindergarten. But if you have a second grade child or first grade child that could read this independently, this would be great. So stylistically, I think this is really strong. As far as a child rating, our daughter would give this a 4. She really enjoyed it. She was engaged the whole time. These are quick. We read this all 4 stories in one sitting, and then we moved right over to Yasmin in Charge next because why not? She loved them. I kind of liken them to cartoon episodes. I don't know that they had tons of staying power, but she enjoyed consuming them all. One of the things that's really cool about this book is that it interweaves all kinds of Pakistani cultural information into every story, and that was the part that our daughter particularly enjoyed, and she really wanted to talk about and research that aspect further. So lots of language is integrated here with appropriate words and things, and she was like, wait a minute, what does that word mean? We have to look that up. Used in context, I could tell as an adult, oh, that's the word for father. That's what that means. And my daughter would be like, but no, I want to look it up. What does this say? So there was a lot about culture here, which I think was really strong. From a parent perspective, I'd also give this a 4. I thought it was great, and I learned some things. I mean, obviously it's a book made for kids, but I learned some things culturally too that I didn't expect, and this had more depth than I expected for a book that's this short and made for young children. As far as enrichment, I definitely would give this a 4 for all of the cultural information. If you're going to be studying the country of Pakistan and you want to know, or your child wants to know more about that country, this is a great way to do it. While it's set in America, there is enough cultural information here. You have a lot to learn through these books, so I think that they're really great. For lifespan, and should you buy this or not, or should you get this from the library, these books are only $6, which is pretty good, but there are 24 in the whole series. And so I kind of feel a little bit like, I just don't know how much we're going to reread these, because if it was up to my daughter, we're just going to get them all from the library and we're just going to churn through as many of the 24 as we can. I don't know that purchasing these 2 particularly for this curriculum, if we're going to read these over and over again, my daughter's just going to want to go on to the next books. So I just don't know that you're going to get a lot of rereadability out of these. And furthermore, since there are 24 books, I don't think that there's anything particular. I mean, it's kind of nice to do the first book, but I don't know that there's anything particularly special about reading these 2 for the curriculum. You could just pick another couple of Yasmin books. Whatever's available at your library really should be fine. So I wouldn't recommend purchasing these books, not because they're not great, but just because there's a lot of them. If your library doesn't have them at all, then I recommend at least getting one of them, if not both of them, because they are really great, and I think it's a great exposure for our kids. But if your library does have them, any of them will do just fine. If you do end up purchasing, there's a link in the show notes, and we really appreciate your support of our channel. So hope you enjoyed this review, and thanks for watching Homeschool Together.